मेरे मैं करने वाला है। नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशकारिणे
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्देशकारिणे
श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Jaya Radha Kunj Bihari Radha Kunj Bihari Radhe Gaur Nitai Jai Gaur Nitai
Jaya Gaur Nitai Jaya Gaur Nitai
Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
हरिनाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय शील प्रभुपाद की
जय
गौर प्रेमानंद अब अपने स्मार्टफोन में इंग्लिश भगवत गीता निकाल कर रखो नेट से निकालो ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरौ श्रीयुतापदकमलम् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमः ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरु दीनतारिणम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मिला लूना Bhagavad Gita as it is, chapter 2, contents of the Gita summarized, text number 34. Akirting chapi bhutani kathayasyanti te vyayam sambhavitasya chakirtir maranadatiricyate. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Read the translation.
This one.
2.34. 2.34. Shall I help you? English Bhagavad Gita. अच्छा है ना इंग्लिश भगवद गीता इधर है ना सामने तो Okay, read now.
People will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death.
So, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna from another perspective to encourage him to fight. वो भी चालू कीजिए हाँ सब चालू कर दो जितना लाइट्स है नहीं चर्चा है तो चालू रहने दो नहीं मुझे अच्छा लगता है Earlier Krishna told Arjuna that you should fight because soul is eternal and body is always dead. So you should not hesitate to perform your duty of fighting because soul is eternal, body is always dead. Now Krishna is speaking from another perspective, that if you, second perspective, Krishna said, just a minute. Second perspective, Krishna said about his duty, that you should perform your duty. If you will not perform your duty, you will incur sin. And now he is saying that if you will not perform your duty, you will also incur infamy. People will always speak of your infamy, and for a respectable person, dishonor is worse than death. So, everyone likes to be respected. May not be in the sense that I should be greater than everyone, but at least deal with me respectfully. Someone, it is natural, even for the animals. If you take a stone and hit the dog, do you think dog will like it? No. Dog, if you can hear the thoughts of the dog, he will also say that treat me respectfully. Why are you behaving like this with me? What did I do to you that you are throwing stones against me? So we are not saying that treat me as a topmost person. No, we are not saying like that. But at least deal with me respectfully. Everyone wants respect. Even a sweeper on the street wants to be dealt respectfully. Sweeper understands that he is sweeper on the street. So many other people are on a high ranking seats. He is just a street sweeper. He understands it. But still, he expects that people should deal with him respectfully. So, what does this respectful behavior means? It means that value him for what he is. Value him for what he is. He is a street sweeper, so respect him from that perspective. Someone is a driver, respect him from that perspective. So everyone should be valued for what they are. No one wants dishonor. That means no one wants insult. No one wants criticism. So even a common person like street sweeper, he wants to be dealt respectfully. Even an animal like dog, they want to be dealt respectfully. Then what to speak of a respectable person? Person who are on a road without any respect would like to be dealt respectfully, then what to speak of respectable person? They definitely want to be dealt respectfully. So Arjuna is a very respectful person. He is the best student of Dronacharya in terms of fighting with bow and arrow. He is known as a topmost archer on the whole earth planet. He is known to win Draupadi among all the kings of the planet Earth. He is known to perform austerities and attain the heavenly planets in the same body. He is known to fight with Lord Shiva and attain the celestial weapons. So he has lot of credits. And such a respectable person, if he is insulted, that will be very painful. A common person who doesn't have any respect, who is hardly known to anyone, that person wants to be dealt respectfully. Then what to speak of a person who is famous not only in this world, also in the heavenly planets, who is famous? If that person is insulted, how much painful it will be. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna that if you don't perform your duty of fighting, people are going to insult you. And dishonor is worse than death, at least for the respectable person. Of course, in the modern times, people have become very much shameless, very shameless. So much shameless they have become that out of greed for money, they don't mind to become insulted. Out of greed for money, they will do something knowing well that they could be caught, and they are caught and they are going inside the jail, and they don't mind it. So much greed. So, so there are six good qualities. No, there are six bad qualities: lust, anger, greed, envy, madness, illusion. So, when one is covered by these bad tendencies, he doesn't care about his fame, his honor. He doesn't bother about it. People become very much shameless. So, these good qualities of being respectful, being humble, being tolerant, being clean, being merciful, these good qualities are completely lost if one is simply bound by the bad nature of lust, anger, greed, envy, madness, and illusion. So here Arjuna, he is known to have good qualities, good nature, very much respectable. And if such person is insulted, it is very much painful. So in the history of Mahabharata, Pandavas had been insulted many times. उसको करने दो जो करना है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, चलने दो, करने तो जो करना है, उसको मत रोको, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. So Pandavas had been insulted many times. Like Pandavas, they they lost the Draupadi, and Draupadi was being disrobed. It was very insulting situation. Then Pandavas, they were given a very barren land of Khandava to rule. That was insulting. Pandavas, they were banished for 13 years of exile. That was insulting. So many times the situation had come in Pandavas' life where they were insulted. It was painful for them. And that time they accepted all that insult and pain. Why they accepted? Because a devotee, out of devotion for Krishna, is ready to accept any painful situation. So Pandavas had accepted the painful situation of insult. But then why Krishna is saying here a dishonor is worse than death for the respectful person? Because they had already gone through so much of insult. See, yes, Pandavas are ready to accept the insult. But one thing is, when Krishna says, or when your master says, do this, and you do it, and based on that you are criticized, at least you have the satisfaction that you followed your master. But if you do something which is completely your choice, and then you are criticized, it becomes very painful. What satisfaction you have then? You didn't follow anyone. So from that perspective, Krishna is saying it will be very painful for you. Dishonor is worse than death. So we are not after respect as such. We are we always every day we remember this verse. Trinadapi suni chena tarorapi sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtani sada hari. It means, I will not give the explanation of the whole verse. One of the part it says that respect everyone. I am not being distracted by her. अच्छा खेलते खेलने देने से चलता था. Amanina man dena means respect everyone and don't expect respect for oneself. This is how a nature of devotee is, that he respects everyone and doesn't expect respect for oneself. So yes, a devotee can handle insult, disrespectful behavior with him. He can handle it. Daksh Prajapati insulted Shiva in the whole assembly of demigods. All demigods had assembled and Daksh Prajapati openly insulted Shiva. That what kind of this person is. He doesn't keep himself clean. He lives in crematorium and serpents and scorpions are around his body. He doesn't wear properly dress also. So like that he was insulting him. And Shiva simply tolerated it because he was absorbed in devotion to Krishna. He didn't bother about it. But Shiva's wife Sati, she did not like it. Why Lord Shiva would be insulted like this? She didn't like it. But because she couldn't do anything against Daksha, she she entered into the fire of Yajna. She she killed herself. If you have heard the insult of a Vaishnava, better to die and not live. Point is that a Vaishnava, he can happily hear one's own insult, but he doesn't tolerate the insult done to Supreme Lord and his devotees. He doesn't tolerate the disrespectful behavior towards Lord and his devotees. Srila Prabhupada was also would accept insult of his own. But if any insult done against Supreme Lord Krishna, he would not like it. And that is why he fought valiantly against Mr. Nair in Bombay. Because he got the Juhu land for Radha Ras Bihari. And now Mr. Nair was trying to keep away Srila Prabhupada from that land. Radha Ras Bihari is already in the land. And now you want to take away the Lord? That is very insulting to the Lord. You understand? Like someone has, let's say, some guest has come to your home and you ask him, now you go away. It's insulting to him. Radha Rasbihar is already in the land, and Mr. Nair is saying this Lord should be out from this place. It's insulting. Srila Prabhupada could not tolerate it. So he fought very strongly against Mr. Nair to get that land. So Vaishnava can tolerate insult done to him. Any disrespectful behavior done against him, he can tolerate it. But he doesn't like to tolerate any insult done to Supreme Lord or his devotees. So that is the standard of a Vaishnava. However, here Krishna is saying to Arjuna that for a respectful person, dishonor is worse than death. Because Krishna is not speaking to Arjuna from the platform of Arjuna being a Vaishnava. Just a common person, a Kshatriya who has his duty as a king to protect Dharma. From that perspective, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna, and thus Krishna is saying to Arjuna that for a respectful person, dishonor is worse than death. Better fight and maintain your respectful status. Better fight and maintain your respectful status. Okay, like that. Now, even for a Vaishnava, let's say some Vaishnava, he is practicing Krishna conscious principles very nicely. And that Vaishnava, he happened to commit some sinful activity. It's very much insulting. How that Vaishnava could commit sinful activity? He is known to practice all the good principles very nicely. How he could slip away from some principles and perform sinful activities? Not acceptable. Dishonor is worse than death. So, what has happened is in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes, one person, his name was Chota Haridas, he happened to commit one such sin. And because of that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would not talk to him. It was very much insulting. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has neglected him because he committed the sin. So he committed suicide by drowning in the Ganges. So, point is that if you are dishonored like this, if you are not respected like this, that is worse than death. Chota Haridas committed suicide. So a Vaishnava also feels very much painful if he is not practicing Krishna conscious principles, if he is not doing his duty properly. So from that perspective, it is applicable to Arjuna also. Arjuna's duty is to fight. And if he is not performing his duty, it's very painful. It's disrespectful. Dishonor is worse than death. The Vaishnava is not performing his duty, it's very painful. Dishonor is worse than death. Like that. So one should perform their duties properly. As I said, the only problem is that people in the modern world had become very much shameless. And they don't perform their duties. They are just so much covered by the lower tendencies of lust, anger, greed, madness, envy, illusion, that to fulfill these lower tendencies, they are ready to commit any sinful activity and they are not bothering about any gentle behavior, any respectful status and all that. Not at all bothering about it. So their consciousness has become so degraded. So those who are respectful, for them dishonor is worse than death. Those who are shameless, for them ultimately death is the topmost punishment. If you are so shameless, that is the topmost punishment. So there is a Brahmana. There are different types of people. Brahmana is one category, Kshatriya is another category. We are talking about Varna now. Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. Brahmana is very much in mode of goodness. Kshatriya has some more passion. Vaishya has more passion, and Shudra has lot of ignorance also. So Brahmana, he feels lot of pain if he is disrespected. So that punishment is just, I mean, even forget about being disrespecting him. If a Brahmana just understands that this wrong activity has happened from me, he will feel lot of pain. So much pain he will feel just by understanding, knowing that I have committed this sin. A Kshatriya, he required to be insulted with words to feel pain. That is sufficient for the Kshatriya. Just speak some strong bad words against him, that will give him a lot of pain. A Vaishya requires to be punished by charging some fine against him. Charge some fine against him, then only he will feel pain. You speak some strong words, bad words to him, he doesn't mind. But if you charge him some fine, then he will feel pain. And Shudra requires beating. And if that is also not working against Shudra, kill him, give him death sentence. Because that Shudra is of such a lower mentality that even after beating him, he doesn't reform himself. Still, he is committing sinful. He is still stealing. He is still murdering others. Then we have to give him death sentence. So like that. So people are of different mentality. So Brahmana person, he has a very high category of being respectful. Very high category. That just a, even if he just knows that he has committed sin, no one knows, he only knows, still he will feel a lot of pain. Like that. So in this way, so Arjuna is a Kshatriya. And if he doesn't fight, everyone will know that he is not doing his duty. Everyone will speak strong words, bad words. So much pain it will be for him. Dishonor is worse than death. So Arjuna cannot behave like this. He has to maintain his respectful status. And not only his. If Arjuna behaves like this, then what about his ancestors? Arjuna, by his bad behavior, will spoil the glory of his ancestors. Arjuna, by his bad behavior, will spoil the glory of his ancestors. Thus, he cannot do like this. He has to maintain the respectful status of his ancestors also. So, for a respectful person, dishonor is worse than death. And everyone has their respect from their, everyone has their level of respect from their functionality. Brahmana has his respect from his way of functioning. Kshatriya has respect. Similarly, Vaishya and Shudra. So everyone has to maintain their respectful position and thus have to act accordingly, because dishonor is very much painful. And those who are highly respected, as Brahmana is highly respectful, he will feel lot of pain. And Shudra feels least pain because he is less respectful. Read further.
Both as friend and philosopher to Arjuna, Lord Krishna now gives his final judgment regarding Arjuna's refusal to fight. The
Wait.
Lord
So Krishna is functioning with Arjuna as friend and as guru. Krishna is dealing with Arjuna as friend and as guru. So when we speak as a friend, we just tell our opinion. When we speak as a guru, we support our opinion from the perspective of scriptures. As a friend, just this is my feeling, like that. As a guru, scriptures also say like this. So both as friend and guru, Krishna has told Arjuna about his judgment regarding Arjuna's decision of not fighting. Read further.
The Lord says, Arjuna, if you leave the battlefield before the battle even begins, people will call you a coward. And if you think that people may call you bad names, but that you will save your life by fleeing the battlefield, then my advice is that you would do better to die in the battle for a
Wait,
respectable
wait, wait, wait,
man.
wait, 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 wait. Hmm. So if Arjuna thinks that he will save his life by being away from the battle, Krishna is saying, no, you will not save your life by going away from the battle. Because if you go away from the battle, You will be insulted, and that insult will be worse than death. You will not be able to live yourself. So you will anyway die. So better die in the battlefield. Understood? If you go away from the battlefield, you will be so much insulted that you cannot keep yourself, you cannot keep your life. You will die. So better die in the battlefield. Read further.
For a respectable man like you, ill fame is worse than death. So you will save you from the ill fame of measuring my friendship and from losing your prestige in society.
Hmm. So insult is very much painful. Better fight so that you will not be insulted of misusing Krishna's friendship and running away from the battle. So better fight. Read further.
So the final judgment of the Lord was for Arjuna to die in the battle and not withdraw.
Yeah. So this is what Krishna is giving judgment to Arjuna. So Krishna spoke so far from different perspectives. The first perspective was Krishna said to Arjuna, soul is eternal, so don't hesitate to fight. Even if you fight, soul will remain because soul is eternal. Second perspective, Krishna said, as a Kshatriya, it is your duty to fight. And third perspective, Krishna is saying that if you will not fight, it will be very painful, so better fight. So now we'll go to the next verse. भयाद्रणादुपरन्तं मंस्यन्ते त्वां महारथा येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्. Read the translation.
The great generals,
Yeah, read.
the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you infoolish.
Yeah. No one will say, oh, Arjuna out of compassion has left the battlefield. No one will say. See, people think as per their level. People think as per their level. For example, for example, someone like like Krishna, he fought with Jarasandha 16 times. And Krishna defeated Jarasandha 16 times. 17th time, Krishna ran away. 17th time when Jarasandha came with his whole army, Krishna ran away. Now why Krishna ran away? Because Krishna, he wanted to protect Rukmini. Rukmini's father, he was forcing. The situation was like that Rukmini was forced to get married to Shishupal. So Krishna wanted to protect Rukmini. So that was more important than fighting with Jarasandha. So Krishna left Mathura. He didn't fight with Jarasandha. So that was the understanding Krishna had. What Jarasandha is thinking? See, finally I won. Finally Krishna ran away. Finally Krishna got defeated. So people think as per their lower mentality. Jarasandha could have thought, see, 16 times I got defeated. 16 times I came with huge army, I got defeated. How come this time Krishna ran away? Maybe he had some other purpose. Otherwise, to defeat 17 times was not difficult for Krishna. And Krishna was not coming with his army to fight with Jarasan. Only Krishna and Balram would come without any army and they would defeat Jarasan with his whole big army. And they would not kill Jarasan. They would leave him alive like that. So this has happened 16 times. Still Jarasandha is not coming to his senses. And Jarasandha is thinking, finally I defeated Krishna. So people think from their lower mentality. So no one is going to think, oh, Arjuna out of compassion has left the battlefield. Arjuna thought, why to fight like this among relatives just for the kingdom? Better they should have the kingdom and I go to forest. Such a good nature Arjuna has. No one is going to think like this because they are of lower mentality. They are Kauravas. They are not of good higher mentality. They are Kauravas. They are having lower mentality. So they will think like this, that finally Arjuna got became afraid. Finally Arjuna became very much afraid and he ran away like that. So this is what Krishna is saying, that the great generals who highly value your archery, they will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear and they will consider you coward, insignificant like that. They will insult you. They will not think of your good nature. They will simply attribute your bad nature towards you. Read further.
Lord Krishna continued to give his verdict to Arjuna. Do not think that the great generals like Duryodhana, Karna and other contemporaries
वो ले लो उससे खिलौना, वो खिलौना ले लो आप, वो ज्यादा शोर कर रही है अभी.
वो खाली होगा.
ठीक है, हाँ ठीक है, चलिए बोलिए.
Lord Krishna continued to give his verdict to Arjuna. Do not think that the great generals like Duryodhana, Karna, and other contemporaries will think that you have left the battlefield out of compassion for your for your brothers and grandfather. They will think that you have left out of fear for your life, and thus their high estimation of your personality will go to hell.
Yeah. So people will not respect you. Next verse. अवाच्यवादांश बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिता निन्दस्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरङ्नुकिम्. Read translation.
Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What would be more painful for you?
Yeah. See, my father speaks bad words to me. That is painful. My enemy speaks bad words to me. That is more painful. My father speaks bad words to me, but still he cares for me. So he can speak bad words to me. But my enemy speak bad words to me. That is very painful. So this is what Krishna is saying. And all your enemies will be speaking against you with many unkind words and insult your ability. It will be very much painful for you. Actually, Kshatriya feels lot of pain if he's insulted. As I said already, Brahmana feels pain just by the thought that he has done some sin. Just by the thought. Kshatriya feels pain if he's insulted. A Vaishya feels pain if he's charged fine. Lot of pain he feels if he loses some money. And Shudra feels pain only by beating. Otherwise, he doesn't feel pain. So, for a Kshatriya like Arjuna, it will be very painful to receive insult like this. Read further.
Lord Krishna was astonished in the beginning at Arjuna's uncalled for plea for compassion, and he described his compassion as befitting the non-Aryans.
Wait,
Now,
wait. Compassion. It is a good quality. Aryan is the word. I forgot what is the. I mean, just a minute, let me see. What is the exact meaning of the word Aryan? Where Shilpa uses the word Aryan. Let me see. Normally, Aryan refers as the civilized person. Yeah, it is here. Aryan is applicable to persons who know the value of life and had a civilization based on spiritual realization. Okay, so those who are civilized, not from modern perspective, from Vedic perspective, that is civilized. Okay, modern perspective, modern civilization. What is modern civilization? That when you when you go to party, you should drink with others. This is modern civilization. If you are not drinking with others, you are not civilized. This is modern civilization. Not that way. From Vedic civilization, those who are following the principles of Vedic civilization, they are Aryan. Okay? So Krishna is saying, or Shilpa is saying in the purport, that this compassion is non-Aryan. Now, compassion is a very good quality. Why Krishna is saying compassion as non-Aryan? See, any good quality, if it is misapplied, then also it is wrong. I will simple example. A small baby is there, very small, less than 6 months. So food should be cooked in the home, offered to Lord, and then feed to the family members. But you cannot feed such solid food to a small baby less than 6 months. That is uncivilized. From one perspective, it's uncivilized. It's not correct. Are you feeding the child or killing the child? Understood? So, like that. So, feeding is good practice. Feed the family members, it's a good practice. But you should know how to apply this good practice. If a small baby is there, you don't feed the solid food. You just offer the milk to the small babies. Grown up people, you offer him proper cooked food offered to Krishna, like that. So you should know how to apply the principles also properly. So compassion is very good quality, but do not misapply it. Okay. Compassion is good quality, but do not misapply it. Srila Prabhupada gives a simple story about a small child was sick, very badly sick. And he was in a very weak state because of his sickness. So his elder sister, she thought that I should take care of my younger brother. He has become very much weak. I should feed him nicely. And she is cooking some oily food because her brother likes that oily food. So she cooked some oily food, puri and sabji and all that, and she is feeding the brother. What will happen? The brother becomes more sick. So sister has the compassion for her brother, but that compassion is misapplied. This is uncivilized. This is non-Aryan. So this is what Krishna is saying to Arjuna, that you are having compassion for your brothers, Kauravas, who are supporting irreligion. Your compassion is uncivilized. Your compassion is non-Aryan. This is what Krishna is saying. Read further.
Now, in so many words, he has proved his statement against Arjuna's so-called compassion.
Just a minute. Yeah. So Arjuna, out of compassion, didn't want it to fight, and Krishna has spoken so many arguments against it. Next verse. हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा मोक्षसे महिम जित्वा वा भोक्षसे महिम तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः. Read translation.
O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up with determination and fight.
So Krishna is saying, if you don't fight, you will attain insult. That will be worse than death. If you fight and if you win, you will become the king. If you fight and you lose, you will attain the heaven. So fighting is beneficial anyway. Not fighting is going to cause you going to cause you so much pain. So better fight. So Krishna is saying, get up with determination and fight, because fighting is beneficial for you in all respects. Read the purpose.
Purport. Even though there was no certainty of victory for Arjuna's side, he still had to fight. For even being killed there, he would be elevated into the heavenly planets.
Yes. Who goes to heaven? Those who perform pious activity, they go to heaven. So for your information, I mean, 3/4 of the creation is spiritual world. 1/4 of the creation is material world. And in that 1/4 of creation also, major part is heaven. Or major part is a good means good facilities, good locations. Major part. Very small part is having the difficult life. Very small part. Like in a country, are the jails occupying lot of space? No. Jails are occupying very small space. Jail could be very big. Still, from the perspective of the whole country, jails are occupying very small space. So like that, hells are occupying actually very small space, not very big space. Okay. Most of the places are very comfortable in the Lord's creation. So, like 14 planetary system, there are innumerable universes. In our universe, there are 14 planetary systems. Seven on the top and 6 on the bottom, and middle is the Bhumandal. 7 on the top are heaven. They are called as Divya Swarga. 6 on the bottom, They are also called as Bilaswarga. Lot of opulence there also. Okay. And middle planet, that is called as Bhumandal. That is also full of opulence. I will tell you how. That Bhumandal, uh, it has, I forgot, just trying to remember. That Bhumandal has 9 concentric islands. So I will just talk about the middle island, where our Earth is. So in that middle island is divided in how many parts? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 parts. That middle island is divided in 7 parts. All 6 parts are having lot of opulences. The 7th part is called as Bharatvarsha. Only that part has little bit situation like this. Some misery. Not everything is comfortable. Only in the middle, only in the 7th part. So what I'm trying to say is that major part is having lot of facility. So those who perform pious activity, they go to heaven. So if you are fighting to uphold religion, that is a pious activity, and you will go to heaven for this. So here Arjuna, he is fighting to protect the religious principles. So even if he dies, he will go to heaven because he died for the good cause. He died for the good cause, so he will go to heaven. And if you die for the devotional cause, you will go to kingdom of God. If you die for the devotional cause, you will go to the kingdom of God. If you die for the good cause or pious cause, you will go to heaven. And if you die living your life simply sinful activities, then you will go to hell. So Lord has not given much space to the hell. Why to give much space to sinful people? Why to give much space to sinful people? Anyway, they are sinful people. Why to give this facility a big space? Keep them in small space and make them suffer. So hell is not occupying much space. Okay. Big space is being occupied by the heaven. Lot of good facility. And if you just hear the description of good facilities which are there, like now summer season is coming, mango is coming, river of mango pulp. Can you imagine river of mango pulp? This is heaven. So like that. So Krishna is saying to Arjuna, you fight for religion, and if you die, you will attain heaven. And if you win, you will be the king here. So better fight. Like that. So similarly, in our life, do your duty. Do your duty. Never refrain from your duty. Do your duty. If you are successful in performing your duty, you will rejoice the positive results in this world. If you are failure, no issue. You did your duty. You will get heavenly planets like that. Good facility in future. But if you don't perform your duties, then the future is very bad. So always we should perform our duties. And what are our duties? Which scriptures are prescribing us. If you don't know what scriptures are prescribing, discuss with devotees and get to know. And this will live your life based on scriptural principles, based on the scriptural duties. So we'll stop here. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. If you have any question, you may ask. Thank you. Hare Krishna.